What's going down? It's my boy, Shadow Viper. What's going down, man?
What's going on, brother? What's going on? It feels good to be back here on ILLNoise Radio. Got a lot of new projects coming out. The Book of Shadow Viper and West Coast Vibe and Reborn, the double album, has just now been released. Y'all can go check that out on YouTube. And also, too, we got our label. I got my label, Legendary Music. It's and we signing artists. And only thing about it with that though, I'm not just gonna say, hey, you signed because you're a friend. You still gotta go through the proper steps. You gotta send me your music. My staff, we're gonna screen it. If you don't like it, you know, we'll tell you what you need to work on and all that. But if we do like it, hey, welcome aboard. At the same time though, ew, man, I had some people. I've been cussed out. I ain't heard it all. I ain't heard a lot of people tell me, well, my music is I'm the next Tupac. I'm the next this. I'm the next that. I be like, brother, you need to work on your sound. I heard somebody send me in that mumble rap. I guess that's what they call it. I put quotation marks on that, and I couldn't understand what the dude was saying at all.
So the process is them getting in contact with you and your label mates, submit the music, y'all review it. If you like it, you'll get back in contact with them. If not, so be it, you know.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said you had some crazy people come in that took the rejection pretty bad, huh?
Very, very bad. And like it was one time, like this dude, he sent me this music. His beat, it sounded like his lyrics was fighting with the beat. I mean, like, why? I'm like, brother, the only thing you do is just touch up on the beat, touch up on your lyrics. I was like, you know what I'm saying? The beat gotta match well with your lyrics. Your lyrics can't sound like it's in a Mike Tyson fight with your lyrics. And I got called everything. He cussed out Janet. He cussed out my homeboy. He cussed out Jerz. He cussed out everybody. And then I was like, brother, I told you what you need to work upon. If you work on that, then send it back to me. Now I have people that has, you know, taken it very well. Like people be like, okay, you know what? This ain't the physical version. We are remastering it. You know, it's sense like this, like that. I was like, okay, cool. But at the same time, though, if you're gonna come at me with your music, make sure it's mixed and mastered right. And now, if I can hear the potential in your music, I'll be like, okay, you know what? I do got an engineer. Her name is Janet. She has taken Maria's place because, you know, some things have happened, you know. But this is the thing. If I let Janet mix and master your music, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna get done to the perfection. I mean, because the people that I got on my label, whether they producer, co-producer, it doesn't matter.
So you're a label and you're an artist.
Right.
Okay, so the same people that you have on the label are the people that's mixing and mastering your music?
Right.
Now, I've had a lot of people contact me and ask me, did I know you, and, you know, how long you've been in the game and where you're a true artist, and I told them, I was like, well, from what I know, he's an artist and he's still, you know, you do pretty good music, and I've seen some of your performances. But I had a guy called and said he looked up the name of one of your songs and he came up with a game or a white guy or something like that. So it kind of, I told him I was going to have to ask you, was that one of your partners or something?
Okay, you said it came up as game.
It's like a game theme song or something like that.
Okay, so well that there I can explain that. So that there, we like I said, with our music, I submit a lot of my music to a lot of these companies that's producing these video games, like Activision. Activision Blizzard. What was that? Bethesda, Machine Games. That's what I've been doing. And that's how I keep the lights on. And with this music, I mean, and it's like I said before, you can't expect to make it. Everybody's not gonna be able to make it to urban radio because everybody got that different sound. And truly, yes, on my label, I got a lot of artists because I wasn't always like this. Because it was just me at first. And then Buzz got out. All of a sudden I had to hire my boy JT. He started out mixing, mastering and everything. And then I was on his label in Richardson. That's where it all started. Then he opened up JT Music and Farmers Branch.
So the beats that you use, are these original beats or are these beats like from YouTube or whatever?
No, all these beats are original. We don't use no type of YouTube beat or any of that because I had one producer that my very first producer I hired. I was wondering, because I was doing the screen, I was helping Janet and everybody out. I was wondering why the beats wasn't coming in, why the beats was sounding like it wasn't authentic. And I was like, wait a minute, this sounds like some shit, some BS off of YouTube. I mean, no, I'm not throwing no shade at YouTube, at they beats and then, but I'm like, because anyone that works with me, I like my stuff authentic. And I was like, this sounds like some stuff off YouTube. I was like, brother, did you make this yourself? You're like, oh yeah, I did. Oh yeah, Shadow bro, I did. And I was like, are you sure? Because this is the thing. If I ask you something, if I pull you into my office, and I ask you a question, and you tell me, yeah, and you lie to my face, I ain't gonna try. You gonna get fired right there and then, because I feel like I can't trust you. Because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna send your last check. We gonna look for another engineer.
So your latest project, when did that drop?
The West Coast Vibe and Reborn. It dropped November 25th.
November 25th. Do you have any features on that?
Right. I have Janet and Jersey Devil, OG 26. It's a lot of big names, and we got a few big names on there as well. And we worked really hard on this album. And because this is actually first time in a long time our first double disc album.
On double disc. Going back like the old school.
Right.
Wow. So how many songs are on there?
Because on Reborn has 13 and West Coast Vibe got 16.
Wow. So Reborn and West Coast Vibe. So what made you come up with the titles?
Well, West Coast Vibe. One day I was brainstorming for a name. I was brainstorming for a name, and I was thinking about the old school, and I used to think about all the, like, when I was little, I used to listen to a lot of West Coast hip hop, and I was like, you know what? We can call this. I can call it West Side. And everybody, when I would brainstorm, everybody laughed at me. They were like, don't call it that. I was like, okay, true. And then when I started rapping, and then when I heard the beat, I was like, yo, just give me a West Coast vibe. And everybody was like, yeah, this is like a West Coast vibe. and that's where the name came from. And all of a sudden, OG26, he came in, he did his thing, I did my thing, and also too we signed one of our I would say it's mostly a fan favorite called Westside Love to one of the radio stations. It was playing on Time to Grind Radio. It was playing on Too Hot Radio. We've been getting out there on the real because we've been moving out. We've been moving very expeditiously because this music is something very special that we're trying to bring back the right feeling of music.
Now, I see you have you're very diverse and you have a unique style of music.
Mm-hmm.
Who are some of the people that inspired you to do music?
Well, on the hip hop side, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Ja Rule, let me see, Biggie, of course, and also too, Houdini, the Fat Boys, and on the rock side, for the rockish part, Linkin Park, Evanescence, and I would say Christina Perri, her as well. Because even though I didn't know her music, because this is the thing I'll say about her, I did not know her music was rock, because she had like an R&B rockish type of mix, and I liked that style because a lot of people like that's what I liked, because I like when people can diverse their music and they can mix that certain genre together. You get what I'm saying?
So, what's your next project?
The next project is going to be called The Book of Shadow Viper, and right now we're working on that right now. That's going to have a total of about 12 songs on there. We got a couple of features on there that we're working on, but note this though, nothing without effort and without a lot of hard work and without your stability, and you put 100%, you always gonna be able to achieve. But if you give less than that, you can't take shortcuts. And it's like I always tell everyone. It's like I tell all my artists, like I tell everybody. If you take a shortcut, you always gonna end up having to retrace, go back the way you came, and have to reroute everything.
So what would you say to an up-and-coming artist that's trying to get in the game?
I would say to a lot of upcoming artists that you got to stay focused. One, stay focused. Two, always stick to your craft. Do not follow no type of trends. Do not don't be cloud rapping. And also two, you give your 100% every single day. No matter how hard things get, you stick to it to the very end.
Now, submitting music, have you? How do you submit your music? What platforms do you use to submit your music?
Mostly, well, actually, that's Janet's. That's her.
Around.
Yeah, that she.
So she deals with the publishing and all that.
Right.
Okay.
She handles the publishing, and she handles when everybody, like with the new Mortal Kombat movie that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting one of our songs in Mortal Kombat 2, and like so many snacks was in Venom 2. Even though I still been getting, I don't know why everyone always be like, "Oh, you making fun of fat people? Why is the song called So Many Snacks?" I'm like, bro, it's about Venom. You know, Venom was always eating people. You know, and I'm like, bro, it's not about fat people. I promise you. It's funny because I got a phone call talking about my son is obese. Why you make that song here? Now he don't even want to go to school. I'm like, I'm just looking at the phone. I'm like, ma'am, did you listen at the whole song? No, I just listened at the hook. I was like, how can you? I didn't say anything about no one being obese in that song because, and the thing is when you submit your music to these movies, you got to make sure it's three things. You got to make sure one, it's they understand what you're saying. It's two, is reaching on the topic that you are, the topic about the movie, or it got something to do with the movie. And three, you cannot send in no mumble rap, cause like, oh, I almost forgot this. We also too got our song in the upcoming movie. It started out as a video game on PlayStation, but now they transitioned this into a movie. Sony Animated Pictures and Digital Dreams it's got this movie called Detroit Become Human. It's an animated movie, and the few songs that's gonna be in it, I already know because I'm excited. My song "Made for Something More" is in it, and also too, we got two special songs that's gonna be in this song. This soundtrack is gonna have 18 tracks, and it is "Made for Something More," "Stay with a Stick," and "Winning," "Best Out of My City." Those two songs, which is that one song that "Made for Something More," that's me, and "Stay with a Stick" by Trace 7, which is a good friend of mine, Big 7, that's on his label, and "Winning" by Trace 7, which is those two songs gonna be in that movie. Which is, I don't knock another artist for getting their music out there. And plus, I even help you promote your music. But at the same time, though, do not. But this is the thing that a lot of artists mess up with. They forget where they always come from. Because they forget, they struggle, and then they get overzealous. They start spending money on their friends. They start spending money on their friends. They start buying their friends cars, houses, and then when they go broke, nobody ain't there to help them no more. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, that is true. Now so you do a lot of submitting to the anime movies, the cartoons, and I see that works good for a lot of people and the style of music that you're doing. So what's next for you?
What's next for me? Well, we're working on the Book of Shadow Viper, and also too, we're still working on. I'm also helping out with the Detroit Become Human, the movie, and also too, we also got a couple of shows coming out as well. We got one in California. We're getting headed out to California, do a show, and then we got another show in Washington D.C., Illinois, Florida, and in Houston. And and also too, we're going to New York. We got a lot of big things coming.
Okay. So you have any new videos out right now?
Matter of fact, we do. We got the Dirty Past music video is out now, and the Art of Survival music video is out, and the Lock and Load music video, it will be coming out pretty soon, which is my producer. Our producer, video team of Legendary Music. They're working on it, and right now, and one thing I always tell the people that, and I'm not straying away from the question, but one thing I tell everybody that edit out videos and stuff, always take your time. Because if you rush, it's gonna look like a bad habit, a very bad habit. And I ain't seen that a whole lot. And and also too, shout out to ILLNoise Radio. And Marcus Kelly, you know, hey, that's like I tell everybody, you know, hey, you didn't have to do this because, you know, you are, I mean, you know, hey, this is a blessing, you know, for having me on here, and I'm honored every time I come here.
I appreciate that. So how can the people get to check out some of your music, or is this a YouTube channel or your
Right.
Instagram? You have pages, information you want to give out?
Right. My Instagram is Shadow Viper 7712. Again, that's Shadow Viper 7712. And Facebook, that's where you can see all the latest things that's coming out and all the shows and everything. Like, if I got a concert, I'm coming to your city. Hey, DM me. You want some tickets? Hey, DM me on Instagram, or you can even call me now on Instagram and on Facebook. I do a lot of promoting on Facebook and listen at the music. Oh yeah, and that's also too where you can know when the next album and what's next in store. And then you got what else? The YouTube channel. That's where all the music drops and everything, and that's where y'all can also listen at it at. And golly, how could I ever forget this? We got our first lyric music video, "The Art of Darkness," that's coming out. That's out right now. It dropped on the first. It dropped on New Year's. Imagine that. That was crazy.
Well, there you have it. We appreciate you for stopping by always. Shadow Viper, everyone. You guys check him out on Instagram and on Facebook. Be sure to tune in on YouTube, the ILLNoise Entertainment page, to check out the interview here. And we're out.